Good Friday afternoon. It's been a great week for the orchestra here at Passage Middle School. I hope that all of the students had a great week. I know that I did. This week, our advanced and intermediate students, they worked on new music. We're in the process of sight reading for 7th grade Prairie Lullaby and for 8th grade Fantasia on an original theme. And our district orchestra students, they worked on their district audition music. We have 15 students going, which is the second largest school out of all of District 8, which includes York County, Hampton, Newport News, Williamsburg, and Gloucester. So we have the second largest school going with 15. Of course, first was Gildersleeve, so we have our competition for us. They have 24 going. But 15 isn't bad. I'm very proud of our students for signing up for that. We'll talk about district auditions in a few minutes. Our 7th grade beginners, they started using their bows on their string this week, and they're making some nice scratchy, squeaky sounds. So 7th and 8th grade beginner parents, I'm sure you will enjoy listening to your children play their squeaky, scratchy violins. Some of them actually have some pretty good tone qualities coming out, so that's good. And our 6th grade beginners began using their bows by doing their bow exercises on their rosin. They just need to take their test on number 41, and they'll be putting their bows on the string as well. Just a reminder, if you're watching this on Friday, practice records are due by tonight at 11:59 p.m. After that, they may not be turned in for week 3. So week 3, they were due this past Monday. They can be turned in late as 11:59 this evening. After that, they can no longer be turned in. Week 4 is due on Monday by 11:59 p.m. And of course, if they need to be turned in late, they can be turned in as late as next Friday by 11:59 p.m. District orchestra students will be doing their audition on October 25th at Gildersleeve Middle School, as we have previously discussed. This week, they have been assigned to work on their C major scale, G major scale, and D major scale, as well as the first 5 lines of their audition music. So they'll be working on that. Our next district orchestra in-class rehearsal will be Thursday, and we will be working on those scales as well as the other 3 scales and some sight reading, and they will be assigned to finish their audition piece by the following Thursday. Students can and should come to me every morning between 7 and 7:20 for additional help. I am always available between 7 and 7:20, but that way they can get some more playing experience on the music, and if they have any issues, I can help them out. Just a reminder that we will have an after-school tutoring and group session for all district orchestra students on Thursday, October 23rd from 2:05 p.m. to 4:20. I hope that all of our district orchestra students will come out to that because it will be their last chance to be prepared for their audition. So all district orchestra students should come out to that rehearsal after school that day, but it does not count as a grade, so if they do not come out, they will not be penalized. So that'll be that for district orchestra, again, 25th of October at Gildersleeve Middle School, and I will give you more information next week about that. All-City auditions, the letter went home this past week. As you know, the All-City audition is on Thursday, November 6th, not November 7th. November 7th is a Friday. The audition is on Thursday, November 6th. As I said last week in my video, if you were not going to be able to do it on November 6th, you needed to contact me by Wednesday this past week. I realize that I have not discussed with the parents at this point why I make all-city auditions mandatory. And I did last year and the year before that, actually, for all returning students. And the reason why is because, first of all, SOL, Music SOL, which is intermediate for our students, so it's MII 16, states that students should be involved in district and all-city events in their area of interest, which for this case would be orchestra. As well, it is their only opportunity to actually have an unbiased audition with their peers from Newport News Public Schools. So they are able to do an audition which is blind. They're not allowed to talk. We're not allowed to see them as we judge them. and it makes it so that it's as unbiased as possible. Even when I try to be unbiased, I'm only human. I am biased, and even if I try not to be biased, as humans, we are biased. We can't just turn that off. I gave the analogy to the students, I like chocolate ice cream. If you put vanilla ice cream in front of me, I will eat it with hot fudge. But I do not like vanilla ice cream. I'm biased. It is what it is. It's the same thing here. When I listen to my students play, I know their playing ability so well that I know who they are. So I can't give them an unbiased approach or assessment to their playing. So when they go to all-city auditions, we get unbiased data. We get a true, accurate assessment of their playing ability. They then bring that information back to us. Actually, we get it emailed to us. And this year I'm in charge of tabulation, so I'll be the one actually emailing it to everyone else. And then we use that data to help us get better. It's just like when you take a math quarterly assessment or you take a math SOL test. It's the same thing here. Think of this as our quarterly assessment for the first marking period. And we're going to use that information to help us get better as an orchestra and to help us be ready for concert assessment in March. So it's very important data that we're getting, and it's unbiased, and it's a true assessment against everyone else in Newport News so that we can see where our students are at and how we can make our orchestra better. So it is a performance grade. It is mandatory. If you have any questions or concerns about that, please either email me or send me an iSchool Music message, and we can set up a time for you to come in so that we can sit down and talk face-to-face about this. It is very important. I hope that all of you will understand how important it is, but if you don't and you still have concerns, I would love to talk to you so that we could figure this out and make it work. So feel free to contact me anytime. My number, 757-528-2033, or email sean.roberts@nn.k12.va.us. And of course, there's also iSchool Music. That's the best way to get in contact with me. All-city auditions, their forms, again, are due on Monday. We need to know if you're riding the bus to and from Hines, if you're going to get a ride and give your child a ride to and from Hines, or if your child's going to ride the bus to Hines and then get picked up from Hines. Bases will be required to either ride the bus both ways, or they will need to bring their own base. So it's up to them. They can either bring their own base or they can ride the bus both directions. They can't ride the bus there and then get a ride home. That's just not going to work because they're responsible for that base, and I will not be coming back to Passage after the event. So they'll need to bring the base to and from, or they can get their own base to and from by getting a ride from a parent. If they ride the bus to and from, I will set up, I'll make arrangements for someone to be there to let them back in the school when they get back so they can put their instrument away. For advanced and intermediate students, we will have seating auditions on Monday. This is the seating audition for the winter concert. So it will be a test grade, which accounts for 25% of their quarterly grade. And they will not change seats again between now and the winter concert, which is December 4th. More information about that coming out here in the next couple weeks. So please make sure that your child is practicing over this weekend. Advanced students, it will be on Dance Diabolique or 'Tis the Season. And intermediate students, it will be on Christmas Symphony or Fanfare. Symphony Orchestra will have a rehearsal on Wednesday, 2:05 to 4:20 p.m. All students in the Symphony Orchestra should have sword dance beginning to 53 ready and prepared to go for that rehearsal. More information regarding polo shirts will be coming out this upcoming week. I just need to get together with the chorus and band director, Ms. Powell and Mr. Bell, make sure that we're on the same page, but more information will be coming out this week. This upcoming week, 6th grade beginners will continue to develop their bow grips, and we will take a playing test on number 41, Cripple Creek, later in the week. And then after that, we should be able to start playing with the bow on the string. 7th and 8th grade beginners will continue to work on their open strings. They will have a quiz on number 48 on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then after that we should be moving pretty quickly and starting to put fingers down. If they have the test on, or the quiz on number 48 on Tuesday, we may be able to get to Mary Had a Little Lamb by Friday, and if that's the case, then we'll have another quiz either on Friday or on Monday. Intermediate and advanced students will have, again, their test on Monday for seating, and then we will have sectionals on Thursday. Again, if you need to get a hold of me, iSchoolMusic is the best way to get a hold of me. You can also email me, sean.roberts@nn.k12.va.us, or you can call me 757-528-2033. All of those are completely acceptable ways of getting a hold of me. I hope that all of you have a fabulous weekend. I hope you have a great week next week, and I will see you next Friday.